Yeah, so the big fight tonight, the Dillian White Tyson Fury potential butt breaking fight, the butt breaking championship it seems to be these days, the heavyweight. Now, so what we've got another twist. We've got another twist. So Bigmouth Carl Froch, yeah, can't help himself, the old Carl Frochy. Bigmouth Carl Froch, yeah, made this claim on TV this morning.
Oh well, listen, he's got five. Has he got six children? I don't want to get it wrong, but he's got a lot of kids. I think Paris, his wife, is pregnant, and you know, why not sail off into the sunset? He's getting on for 35 years old. He must have made £100 million.
So yeah, very very kind of Carl. I'm sure sure Tyson Fury and Paris are really chuffed if it's true anyway. Yeah. So Carl Froch claims that Paris is pregnant with another kid, and it does put an extra twist on the fight. I mean, to be honest, alleged Froch doesn't even know how many kids. Alleged friend Froch doesn't know how many kids Tyson has. He's got 5 or 6 children. I'm not sure. I don't want to get it wrong, but he's got a lot of kids. He says. Anyway, so he says he thinks Paris is pregnant. Yeah, they've got 6 kids. I think it's 3 girls and 3 boys. Yeah, 3 future fighting men, true fighting men. You can be sure they're the next gen. Yeah, obviously, unless Hugh Fury and Savannah Marshall mate, and you know this can be a rival. Although, like I said, I'm aiming to the Triple B himself. Yeah, is aiming to steal Savannah off Huey. Yeah, and mate with her myself and produce the future heavyweight champion. So that's still in the mix. But so I mean, I don't know, why would Froch say that? I mean, it's a bit out of order, you know. It's up to Tyson and Paris. It's up to the parents always to announce it, you know. And he's you can see as you said it, it's too late, man. It's on live TV, Carl. Yeah, I'm messed up. He's sort of regretting saying it a bit. You can see in his eyes, whoops, I put my foot in it. You know, Tyson ain't gonna be happy. Does it change the fight? Well, I don't know, man. Maybe, I mean, you can see maybe that Tyson's like, yeah, I'm having another kid. You know, he's from a traveller family. They like to have big families, and I think that's good. You know, and you know, as long as you look after the kids. What I don't agree is them rude boys with their baby mother. I had this guy that I knew back in the hood, I guess you say, in London, South London, yeah, and he's like, yeah, bro, yeah, no. He's asking me, have you got some kids, you know? I'm like, no, I ain't got none of that. This is like 20 years ago, yeah? I don't want no kids of that age. And he's like, oh, he goes, yeah, no, you must have kids, you know, it's great. I said, what, how many you got? He goes, I got 4, you know. I said, oh, cool, that's nice. Do you live with him? He goes, no. 2 in Jamaica, 2 in America, you know. I'm like, I say, you scrub, you can't look after your own kids, yeah, mash up, and you're proud of this, you're proud of having these kids. You know, these bumper clerks that can't look after their kids. At least Paris and Tyson look after their kids. And they've got a nice traditional environment where Paris looks after the housework and things, you know, and the kids, nappy changing, you know. I think the traditional ways are always the best, you know. Tyson goes up and earns the cash money, the cheddar, risks himself. Why shouldn't it be that way? It's always been that way in every society, man. It's only the Illuminati that try and change it to mash up, like, you know, traditional family values. That you know, what do they say? That pattern, yeah, that arrangement is the most successful. I'm not saying it's always successful, but that has been the most successful in all communities, yeah, in all religions, in all races. Yeah, so you can stop this Illuminati bomber clout of how, you know, you should be roasting up your wife with your cuckolding your wife and getting her to roast up with a bunch of guys like Lee Wood. You know, that's sickness. You have to have DNA test. You have to check if the kid is his, because his best mate, not even just a mate or a random, his best mate done bust a nut in his alleged love of his life. I mean, what kind of sickness is that? I've been through this. I don't want to go through it again. I mean, turns my stomach. You know, the broccoli head, you know, like chavvy, curly lookalike. I mean, you know, 15-year-old's haircut, man. Now, I quite liked him. He's got heart, you know, he's got skills, and I like the way he came good in the later part of his boxing career. But to do that kind of thing, I'm like, no, man, I wouldn't want to shake hands with a guy. Yeah, you wouldn't have no respect for him, and also you don't know what he's been doing with his hands. Yeah, dirty. He'd probably be jacking someone off, a man. Yeah, because that's how it starts, cuckolding, yeah, and going to orgies and you know, like 3 threesomes, foursomes, before you know it, man, yeah, you're up in there sucking brother dick, you know what I'm saying? That's how they bring you to that stuff. It's disgusting, man. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah. So Fury. So he may have another child come on the way, which is he's had problems. I think Paris had a miscarriage once, and also one of the kids was born early. So it must be weighing on his mind a lot. But maybe he's like, yeah, you know what? There's more to life than fighting. I want to look after my beautiful kids. I'm gonna have 7 now. Yeah, and then it's time for the next gen. The young, I think he calls the boys Paris as well, doesn't he? Oh no, Prince. Sorry, he's got 2 boys called Prince, which is kind of a bit odd. It's not exactly a traditional traveller name, is it? But yeah, it's time to bring them young bucks into the fold. Teach them how to fight. I don't know what age they are. They must be like, I don't know, 8, 9, something like that. But it's time. It's time to bring them. Yeah, it's time to develop them. The next gen. So yeah, I don't think there seems to be a lot in Tyson's head. Like I said, the Kinahan, the MTK thing, the kid. If it's true, of course. It might just be Carl Froch speculating and rambling because he's a strange guy anyway. He says weird stuff out of the blue. But that be on his mind as well. But as I said, Tyson seems to be taking the pressure as well. I don't want to go too well. He's like tweaking Dillian nipples. What is that about touching him? And come on, man, and swapping hats, all that kind of ha ha ha. But you don't know with Tyson because he likes to mess around people's heads. He's very aware of what he's doing. I still see a masterclass by Tyson, despite all these problems going on. Yeah, I think Dillian Whyte is over the hill anyway. And getting ironed out like you got ironed out by Povetkin does shorten your career, man. And if it happens once, more likely to happen again. We know that. So I see Tyson giving a boxing clinic. Yeah, I see maybe a Calzaghe, Jeff Lacey type situation, that kind of dominance. Yeah, if Tyson's up for it, and stopping Dillian frilling white knickers in between rounds 7 and 10. Yeah, so let's watch the big fight, man.